I am a man of the past, lost in the present. I have created a lot of damage. I have left many bodies behind. But life gives you a second chance, and I intend to take it. I give you Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier. Let's begin! Hot Toys, the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The Winter Soldier, let's begin! Alright guys, let's check the outer box. And of course it's a sleeve box, as you can slide the box, but we will see that later. The first thing that we see on the front of the box is of course Bucky himself, looking calm and cool as he is. You can see it through his eyes, through his pose there. He has seen it all, he has done it all, and here he is with that look. I like the box because it gives you different types of shading. You would think that there is less lightning here, but no, it's actually the box cut in different parts. Here's a darker part, showcasing his dark past, his Winter Soldier's dark past, and then we have the light, and it's specifically where there's more light, where it's more clear, we can see a fragment of the shield of Captain America's shield here. And then of course we can see the Falcon and the Winter Soldier is the name of the disneyplus series. The logo is in spot varnish, and here it's a texturized finish. It's quite a rough, as you can hear, it's rough. It's different from here, which is a matte finish, and this is a texturized finish. And here the logo is of course spot varnish. And on the side of the box we have, here's light gray and with texturized finish, rough. Checking the back of the box, here we have again the texturized finish here, rough finish there. And then of course we have all the legal information by Hot Toys, all the official retail store logos there: Rebel Base, Secret Base, Toy Hunters, Echo Base, and of course the barcode there and the logo of Marvel, and the warnings and legal information, as I said. And here we have a matte finish here, contrary to what we saw on the other side of the box, and it's all black. And of course it says the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the Winter Soldier. And we're back to the front of the box. So let's check this without the sleeve, guys. So now that we have checked the outer box, let's remove the sleeve of the box, and here we have the Winter Soldier in the window box, guys. Absolutely cool, absolutely amazing. And we have here as you can see, a nice blue frame on the sides, and on the middle we have of course the figure itself, or all protected, all covered with plastics, and the blister box inside, which we'll be looking in a moment. And of course you can see some of the accessories here and weapons there. And let's see, on the side we just have a simple side here with white and blue, colors of Captain America. We just need the red, of course. And here we have the logo of Captain America, the shield of Captain America, and the logo of the Falcon, which very much looks like a wing of the Falcon here, attached with these two circles, the Falcon circle and the Captain America circle. Very nice. And of course this quite the same here. The white stripes are on the top, on the other side they were on the bottom, and of course a nice blue finish there. And we're back to the front. So without further ado, let's check out the blister box, guys. Here we have the blister box for the Winter Soldier. And of course, we're able to see more of the accessories and the figure itself. Sebastianstan waiting to get out of his Winter Soldier containment box. And it's a simple black base of the blister box, and of course a plastic on top. Let's get him out. That's all we have to do now. Get him out. Alright, here we have Bucky himself in a vanilla pose with his very amazing outfit, as we see it here. But before we continue describing this awesome figure, it is important to read the instructions. The figure must not be stressed with some movements. As we see here, it says do not bend the forearm backwards, do not rotate it sideways when it is raised up. So we will be very careful. Do not expect to showcase much articulation with this figure as my only copy. So what I don't want to do is stretch this figure unnecessarily. We still can enjoy looking at the figure very nicely with total caution. Do not forget to read the instructions, guys. It's very, very helpful. Now, as I was saying, here is Bucky Barnes. Of course, he's from the Falcon and the Winter Soldier show. As you can see, they have sculpted really well in the likeness of Sebastianstan or Bucky Barnes in the show. Contrary to other hot toys that we have seen, this is the first Bucky that brings short hair. The others are long-haired Buckies. Bucky, he's a new person, a pardoned person by the president, a new life, a new haircut. Very presentable for the ladies and for his new missions. Anyways, the head sculpt is really cool. Very deep look, very like analytical look. Even though he's a new person, but he's always minding his surroundings. All of his life as a soldier for the US Army and the rest of his life as a Hydra agent. He's a person that is dedicated to the mission no matter what, and that's his representation in these hot toys as well. And you can see the eyes, blue eyes, you can see them better there. And of course, let's look at him sideways, looking really, really cool. Nice head sculpting, as I said. The ears are sculpted really nicely, the eyes are sculpted really well, the proportions in the face are really spot on. So that's the head sculpt, guys. Really, really nice. Now let's take a closer look to his suit. Starting with the upper part of his body, we have basically it's a navy blue colored tactical suit. Very traditional. Before, he had black jackets, as we saw in Civil War, as we saw in Captain America and the Winter Soldier, and then we saw, of course, a blue with green jacket in Infinity War. He has always worn really amazing jackets, and this doesn't disappoint either. We have straps of belt here, really nice, and we have some clothes bags. You don't even have a zipper, but just there to look cool. And you can see different patterns, lined patterns there. And of course, you have in one shoulder you have nothing, and the other one you have a shoulder pad, which looks really, really cool. And Hot Toys has done a good tailoring work to cut exactly on the spot where his metal Wakandan arm is. Of course, we saw that Wakandan arm in Avengers Infinity War, very desired by Rocket himself. Well, I will not put this figure close to Rocket, or guys, we will have a armless Hot Toys in my collection, and we don't want that. Anyways, I really like the colors of the jacket. Blue, navy blue, black on the side. It covers even the right arm, but it doesn't cover the metal arm, obviously, because in here he doesn't need to be warm or anything because it's a metal arm. And here we have a strap really nicely, and on the back we kind of keep the same patterns like in the front, so you can see a little bit more of the shoulder pad here. Really, really, really cool, guys. Now let's look at the metallic Wakandan arm. So as the instructions say, you can obviously turn it 360 degrees, like being very careful with this because you don't want to mess this part, of course, and I am not going to be doing that anymore because I want to protect the figure. But you can bend this, of course, 90 degrees, of course. As you can see here, you can move the arm like that. You can obviously move the hand as well, rotate the hand at 360 degrees. And that's where we're going to leave it because we don't want to stretch it here. We don't want to move it much because we don't want to ruin this part, damage that part. Bear in mind that this is not an articulation video. We will not be doing articulation video, but just wanted to show you per instruction how to move the arm, the metal arm. I think everyone is interested in how that works. Not as interested as Rocket, but I think we are all interested in how he will use that metal arm. Now, guys, I think the pants are quite simple. They are all black. They have some patterns here. Because they are black, you cannot see that much, but here there are some tailored patterns here. Diagonal lines going like that. Otherwise, it's quite a simple uniform, simple pants, and that's it. And then we have, of course, the combat boots, because we have the boot guard here and the boot on the bottom. And that's it. Okay, guys, here we have the accessories. 10 interchangeable hands, including the ones that the figure brings, of course. Open, relaxed hands in both the Wakandan arm and of the normal human arm. Then, of course, we have another relaxed hand. Even more relaxed, I would say. We have a fist, closed fist, and for the human hand we have this grabbing fist for a weapon, grabbing the knife, for example. Here we have a hand with a trigger on the finger, the finger shaped like a trigger, to hold the machine gun with the human hand. And of course, for the robotic arm we have the closed fist, the finger trigger hand in order to hold the machine gun with the robotic arm, a relaxed hand, of course, and not so closed fist in order to grab the knife. So those are the 10 interchangeable hands that this figure brings. But what is the elephant in the room? Of course, that badass gun that we have here. As you can see, it is quite neat, worthy of a winter soldier like Bucky Barnes. So you have quite a lot of features. You can remove the scope. Of course, you can turn this into a rifle. You can turn this into a ground machine gun in order to stabilize the weapon. How do you do that? We have this awesome gadget here in order to place the machine gun on the ground. So he's able to do that if he wants to be more precise in taking down his enemies. And you can obviously neatly put it back. You can take away the scope. It took me a while to put it on, so I'm just not gonna take it off right now, but I can assure you, you can take it off. Then we have a place here in order to use the magazine, the bullet magazine. So how do we use it? The instructions tells us there. If you see the instruction leaflet, you will see that you have to put up this, not remove, but this part, and then you have this in order to place the magazine, and it will make look Bucky even more badass. As you can see here, we have placed, of course, quite neatly, we have placed the magazine into the machine gun, so he has more ammo for any combat, long distance combat. Take a look at the machine gun, really nicely painted, nicely sculpted. It has a lot of scopes here and a lot of gadgets there. Absolutely amazing. Can't wait to show you Bucky using this. So let's leave the machine gun over there for a second, and we have a knife here. Unfortunately, there is nowhere for the knife to be placed within the figure, unless of course you want to just place it randomly in his belt, but I wouldn't advise it because you can damage the figure if you try to place it here. Otherwise, it's a nice weapon for Bucky to use, a nice weapon for close combat, of course, worthy of the Winter Soldier. And lastly but not least, we have a nice stand here with a printed logo of the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, the series, Marvel Studios. It looks really nice. I will be, of course, placing the figure probably in this stand. And those are the accessories, guys, for Bucky Barnes, the Winter Soldier. We saw Bucky in this Falcon and the Winter Soldier's disneyplus series with a great sense of guilt for all the atrocities that he committed in the service of Hydra, especially. He even had a book of people that he damaged, or families of people that he killed, that he destroyed. That is one of the things that we saw on the series. The other is that he sacrificed his relationship with the Wakandans in order to desperately find the person that replicated the serum, the super serum. And of course, a faster way was breaking out from prison, Wakanda's #1 enemy, Baron Helmut Zemo. The Dora Milaje even told Bucky to stay away from Wakanda for a while. But I think the most important emotional part in Falcon and the Winter Soldier was this tension between Sam and Bucky, because Sam gave up the shield, which means too much to Bucky. His words sum up very well what I'm trying to say. You shouldn't have given up that shield, because it means that Steve was wrong about you, and also it means that Steve was wrong about me. Wasn't he good enough? Were all of the atrocities that he committed in Hydra too much? All of those emotional up and downs that Bucky lived through Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I believe, made him a new man. Okay guys, thank you very much for watching this review about the Winter Soldier from the Disney Plus series Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Do not forget to subscribe, give a like. Thank you very much for watching, guys. I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.